This is the first of a 7-part series where I cover the 7 biggest reasons why this course that you've so carefully built isn't selling. So let's start with reason number 1. Reason number 1 is you fail to connect with a big problem your customer has. Many of us, especially if we're really good at what we do, focus on what it is that the course is going to do, focus on what we're going to teach, and you try to sell it that way. And that can be a big problem because you're focused on, here's the first thing you got to do, here's the second thing you got to do, and you're explaining what is likely a very good way to solve someone's problem. But if you sell it that way, a lot of what you're saying is just going to be seen as noise. It's not something that connects with these people, and it's something that they're going to say, well, yeah, wah, wah. You've got to sell your course into the problem that the person has. Now, let me just give you an example. Let's say that you have a kid that's in a lot of pain, and I'm giving you a legitimate example because this is my daughter. Back when she was in high school, she had a big sharp pain going down her leg. It was so bad she had to quit soccer, and we started going to a ton of specialists. It got to the point where this kid was popping Advils and Motrin like they were, chiclets, right? And you have to think of what was going on through my wife and my minds, and particularly my wife's, because moms tend to be a lot more concerned and worrisome about these kind of things. This is an issue that kept her up at night. Okay, an explanation about how to solve it is not what she was looking for when she was looking for a solution. She was looking for someone that understood her problem. So think of someone sitting there at night, worried, they can't sleep, and they're just kind of going like this on Facebook, Instagram, whatever your social media, and something that says, here's an example of all the things that you can do to get rid of pain might catch your attention. But if you have a headline that says, do you have an unstoppable pain that's really concerning you? Does your kid have a pain in their leg that's really hurting them? Have you gone to all the specialists and nobody can come up with a problem that really addresses your pain? See, these kind of things talk about the problem your potential customer is feeling, is experiencing, is giving them emotional turmoil. You have to sell into that. Otherwise, you're going to get crickets. People aren't going to notice you. People aren't going to engage with you. It's not that you don't have a solution it's not that you don't have a solution they need. It's that you're not seen as relevant in their peripheral of vision. They're seeing so much competition for your message that they're just missing it, right? So let me give you another example. Suppose your kid is a pitcher on a baseball team that's high school level, and the kid is just good enough to make the team, but he never gets pitching time. He never gets on the pitching mound. The coach just doesn't see him as good as other people. And you can come up and promote, let's say you're a really good pitching coach, a good baseball coach, and you know exactly how to make a really good pitcher out of some young kid. If you start talking about the way you hold the ball, the way you do conditioning and all those kind of things, you're going to completely miss out. But if you start talking about, are you worried that your kid is always going to be the 3rd or 4th string pitcher on the baseball team and never get any playing time? Are you worried that you cannot get your kid a scholarship, or your kid can't get a scholarship or into the baseball team of the college he wants to go to because he just isn't good enough? Okay. I mean, I know I went to high school with a guy who went to Harvard, and frankly, I mean, he was smart and everything, but the reason he got into Harvard was because he was a really good catcher. And he went to Harvard on not so much a scholarship, but he got into Harvard because the coaches wanted him on the baseball team. And as a result, that got him into Harvard. The guy eventually, he got pre-law, he went to law school, doing really well. but you have to capture the mental anguish that's going on in your potential customer's mind. Not how do I pitch better, not how do I correct some painful situation, which is more of a technical discussion, and getting into, hey, are you really worried about the pain that your kid or a loved one is going through? Are you looking for resources that, just don't come up right? Well, I've got a solution for you. So one of the reasons why a lot of courses don't sell is because they're selling the solution and they're not selling into the problem that keeps the person up at night and it is really concerning to them. Hey, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. Go to the Contact Us form. Go to the chat here on the website. I'd be more than happy to give you a free, no obligation, no sales pitch phone call, and I will answer any questions that you have. So feel free to tap me for that.